welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tosin Oteyolanu. I film about family, faith and lifestyle. And as usual, we're in our August series where I said we'll be having married guys as our guest. So, meet our guest, Papa Ray. Meet Mr. Raymond. You're welcome to my YouTube channel.
Thank you very much.
Yes, so guys, I'm sure from our thumbnail you already know what the topic is about. We are talking about why guys should get married early. So, when we say early, actually, what age gap are we looking at when we say marry early?
Well, I would say maybe based on our economy, from 25 and please 30.
Okay, 25 to 30.
Yeah, we do 25 to 30.
That's early. Okay. Yeah.
30 is not so early, but that's the latest of early. I think
that's actually the latest of early.
Yeah.
So it's just that more pressure is put on ladies.
Yes.
Than is put on guys. But then when you look at it, when you say a girl of 25 or 20 or 20 to 25 should get married, most times they always end up with older guys.
Sure, yes, of course.
You know, it's just very few people that actually get to marry their age range, their age between that age gap. Yeah. So, you got married early.
Latest of early. I got married at 30.
Latest of early.
I was clocking. I was going to be 30.
30. Okay, that's good. So, what do we say to guys that are saying, see this marriage thing, I want to arm my first before I
Okay, the truth is I've always had that notion and that impression. In fact, I remember sharing this once with recently, and I said I had a long list of things I wanted to achieve before I would talk about marriage. I wanted to build my own 4-bedroom flat, not rent. I wanted to have my own car. I wanted to establish all of my siblings at least so that nobody would disturb me in my marriage. Well, please, it's not disturbing code, but at least to some level I can pay attention. Yes, they are independent. Also for my parents. So the list just went on and on and on like that. Of course, there should be some certain amount of money set aside. But the truth is, as much as I strive towards getting that, there was always a voice in my head. Raymond, I want you to come here. I kept avoiding it. I kept trying to run away from that voice. But I never, whenever I get serious or get into that meditating state, that is the first thing that pops into my head. So eventually, I started hearing from when I was 28. Eventually, last, after much struggle, I now decided to get married at 30. Yes.
Yeah. So I think also for my husband, when he got married 29, 28 thereabouts.
See, that's even.
So yes, you know, but I remember back then his colleagues in the office said, the girl used jazz on you. How much do you have that you want to start getting married? You know, all of that. And you know, I think my husband is just, I think for some guys, once they are ready to face that ordeal, they just face it and get done with it. Yeah. So what I know, there are also challenges that come with getting married early.
Of course.
You know, there's the place of financial stability. There's also the place of emotional.
Yeah, you just have to grow and step up as quick as possible. Yes.
Yes. So, but then, what advice do you have for? Like, I like that Bible scripture you were reading just now.
Yes, Lamentation 3 verse 37. It says, "It is better for a man to carry his yoke or his body when he's young."
When he's young.
Yes, one of my daddies shared that with me when I first said I wanted to get married. The truth is, please, as much as you can. I've observed, just as King Solomon said, there are some things under the sun you cannot understand. You might be waiting to acquire all of these physical necessities and the rest to get married. And in God's plan for you, He is saying, I want you to get married first, because there is something He is seeing that He's trying to in quote, shade you from, or keep you, cover you from. That's one. And two, I remember someone that once asked me this question: if you achieve all of that, what is the purpose of the woman in your life? Because at that point,
you might not really need her.
You don't really need her for anything. The Bible says, he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor. So if you already have all of that favor, in quotes, of course, most people have different definition of what favor is. But if you have all of that you have written or you want to achieve, what is the purpose of the woman in your life?
Yeah, so it just reminds me of someone I met some few months ago. This man is very rich, but he was telling us that it was when I married this woman,
of course,
that things started getting better for him.
Yes.
And he's like in his late 40s. They just had their daughter.
Wow.
So it was one of the things he said he regrets. That he would have just married these things since. And then
imagine. And most of these things would have come in way earlier than now.
Well, that's the truth. And I know someone that the dad married at, I think, 40.
Wow, okay.
That was when he got married. And he kept telling this, you will not marry at, do you understand? Yes. Because I know that for me, my parents married early. My parents married early.
I think I broke the yoke. I married earlier than my dad, so thanks to God. And in fact, my younger brother married way earlier than any of us. Yes.
Yeah, so my parents married early. And for me as their child, I remember us doing practically everything. Like, my dad had time.
Of course.
Just as my dad had time for us, And now when they talk of, we want to adopt, we should be adopted, I just which strength, do you understand? Now you have to be cautious of a lot of things. You can't do plenty things now,
Of course.
And yes, there's the place of financial stability. There's also the place of blessing in marriage.
Yes.
There's also the place of taking a step of faith.
That's true. Yes.
Then you were doing one mathematical calculation.
Okay. Well, I remember one of the times while I was still struggling with when it's too early, I want to sort out all of this. And I sat back, it was just like someone in my head was talking to me, of course. And he says, okay, if you now decide to start feeling bad about it, at that time, yes, I was already getting married or about to get married. But if I decide to get married at the age of 30, and I believe all of us here, we all have the number of children we want to have. And most times it's always between 3 and 4. God bless those who wants to have 5. God is their strength. 6. The Lord bless you. You can keep writing. Yeah. But take for example, in a typical setting, we decide to say 4. So if at 30, you decide to get married, and you want to enjoy your marriage, which is actually the proper thing to do, you have to create some time to get to know your partner, to get to know your husband, your wife, and don't just jump into childbearing. I don't think that's actually very proper. Unless you decide to give yourself 1 year. So at 31, as the man, you had your wife got pregnant. Most likely, maybe at the end of you being 31 or 32. Your wife gave birth to the first child. And all of us, we believe in spacing. Anybody who doesn't believe in spacing, once again, the Lord bless you. And the Lord will just help you. But always remember your wife. Please, if you want to stay long with her, you want her to be very fresh for you.
And also healthy in old age.
Yeah, and also healthy in old age. So let's say a spacing of 2 years. So after at 32, your first child, 2 years after, you're 34, your second child, 2 years after, you're 36. Your third child, 2 years after, you're 40, then 38, your fourth child. Now, when your last child should be 20, or let's say 22 in quotes, 22 plus 38 is approximately 60. So, at 60 years, most likely, you are still fending or taking care of your child. And of course, I believe that all things go equal and well. If not, with our education system, which is actually getting better by the way, if eventually at 22, 24, you are still paying school fees. I don't think they will be able to think beyond that level. And whether you like it or not, you are already losing your strength. So training a child around that age will become very difficult. Whether you like it or not, you might not even have enough time. You might not be able to invest so much into them consciously. You might not also be able to discipline them. You just allow. You know, there are certain things that comes with age.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry. Just let it go.
And that's why they used to say the last borns get spoiled.
Yeah, they get spoiled easily.
Because the thing you took as first born, they will say, why you leave him now?
Leave him. Ọmọ kékeré, they used to say it in Yoruba. Don't share. Just leave him. So there are so many things, and as a father, as a man, you have a lot of roles to play. So I still stand for getting married early is still the best choice. Except if you want others to. It's in your own children.
Well then, except you also want to just have one child.
But if you want to have one child, it's also a good deal. At the same time,
you know that. Then for those, I also want to say this. I think for people that maybe you are so conscious of creating a certain kind of financial stability. Please don't just be saving the money. Try and invest it.
I think that's just the best. Like I think we were sharing earlier.
Yeah.
I said if there is one thing for some of us who we now feel we got married late. Because I remember one of my mentors got married at the age of 23 in this country. I don't know why.